Hey folks, it's Trish. Gonna vibe on Dereck's latest video about music and race and stuff, and but before I do that, I want to tell you, at this moment, as I speak, my den is being put together. I sent Nancy an email last night saying, you know, is Chuck done? Should I start reassembling? I came down and they were all in on it, but you know, it's their house, so I gotta, if I gotta do something like that, I ask them first, and they your button answer then charge. So okay, yeah, and I think she likes doing stuff like that. It's the interior decorator there, just like no one messes with my music but moi. So I gotta respect that, it is what it is. Anyway, Dereck was saying how people describe, black music is black music, and all that, and I don't see music as black, white, or Latin, Latino, or whatever. If it's good, it's good, and it's like some of the stuff I picked up at the library, that where is it, the latest one, where is it, hold on, The Color of Latin Jazz. I love that stuff. I don't care, it just, Latin jazz is beautiful, regardless of the color, the nationality or whatever of the players. Just like, when I was younger, I thought the Righteous Brothers were, in my mind, I said, oh, they are, they're like kind of they're from Motown, but turns out they're a couple of blue-eyed white guys, which is fine, but, I didn't care what color of, when I was younger, I imagined what they looked like, and then I got the album, I'm like, wait a minute, that's not the Righteous Brothers. I listened to, yeah, that's the Righteous Brothers, but when I was little, my vision of what they looked like was totally different than who they really were, but that's okay, because it's beautiful, good music. Just like, was a female artist, she has this deep soul voice, I can't think of her, Nora Jones, no, someone else, but, and, just, I don't look at nationality or race, if you're, like on the beach, if you're, someone's missing, you gotta ask, describe their look, their height, the color, this, you got, for descriptional purposes, that's one thing. Like if, we had a situation, on the beach where a child was missing, and someone said that a black girl about 8 years old and this and that, and and someone came over the radio, said that the right term is African American. Well, the person on the radio wasn't trying to be racist, they were just describing this missing child, and turns out, I guess, someone did find her. She, went up to the lifeguard and said, I can't find my parents or something, but just, we are so politically correct, it's unbelievable that, oh, we can't offend anybody anymore. Heck, I grew up my whole life being, called a retard or reject, and, it was simply because I was, I was in a special ed class, and not everybody in special ed is retarded. It just means that you learn stuff on a different level than your average person. Maybe, you're slower in math or slower in reading, or, but it just, people, like, just because you learn on a different level or a slower level in some areas doesn't mean you're retarded. Just because you're a, black person walking down the street doesn't make you a gangster. And stuff like that. It's just like, oh my gosh, But anyway, just some people take, it hurt me being called that name for most of my life. But guess what? I turned out alright, didn't I? I turned out alright. And it turns out, but some of the kids that didn't call me that name didn't turn out alright, because they were so full of themselves. Like this one kid, Dean, when I was little, this one kid, Dean, made fun of me left and right. And know what he is? He's a barely functioning alcoholic. And, so I'm like, wow. Well, my friend Vicky told me all this, and, wow, like, yeah, something about, karma comes back to bite you, but it just incredible. I think some people think they're better than you, and then they turn out to become drug addicts or alcoholics. I'm like, okay, I'm doing all right. What else? Oh, you may not hear it in the background, but the wind is whipping like crazy. It's starting to settle down, and I'm starting to feel the heat, but last night it was coming through every doggone nook and cranny in my room. And, it just made the room so cold. But now it's starting to settle down a little bit, and I'm starting to feel the heat. I don't know, when I'll be getting out for walks or bike ride next. I figure it'll be another week or so. Yeah, so I don't know what my next video will be the 17th. The 17th of February. So please, if you haven't made a video yet and you want to, the 400 subs contest drawing will be the 17th. And if you want to make a video, it's you can tell me your musical roots, how you got, first got turned on to music, and who inspired you musically, and whether it was a cousin, your parents, and like how it makes you feel. I remember, speaking of my past, coming home from a rough day at school as a child, and turn on the music, and all the hardships I had that day just went out the window. When I turn on the record player, my dad's 8-track player, or the little record player we had on the floor, and I used to sit in front of that thing for hours, spinning the 45s or records or whatever. I would sit there as a little girl for hours and just listen to the music. Oh boy, what memories. And then I guess one day I came home from school and the record player wasn't there. I'm like, what? Turns out my brother, we had this big old basement, and my brother had this HO set, and he would, like, you know, play with his HO set, you know, and he brought the turntable and stuff down in the basement, and he'd be listening to records down there, assembling his HO set, playing with the cars and stuff. Yeah, that was the end of the 60s, beginning of the 70s, and wow. So, and eventually I got a radio, and then I got a little Zenith, a Zenith transistor radio. Then I got a tape recorder, and voila. And, well, you can go back in my earlier videos and see that. But I remember my dad having, like, one of those big old console record players, and he'd be playing Glenn Miller, Lester Lennon, and stuff like that. And I want to do another video of some of my Mixwell events. Ask a question about pull stuff out that you haven't listened to in a while, and one day I'll do that. I can't do it this weekend, but it's so cold in here. Anyway, I'm hoping the wind will settle down soon, and the heat's working, but it just, oh my gosh, it's so cold in here. So looks like, feels like the wind, sounds like the wind's starting to calm down. And but I'll do that one day. I can't do it this weekend, but maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow. Yeah, that wind's still kicking up, but maybe tomorrow. Okay, well, I hope everybody has a great day. Peace, love, and keep the good tunes spinning. Have a great week and stay warm. It's going to be a cold one. Well, folks, mission accomplished. Oh yeah, mission accomplished, baby. The room is once again reassembled. Yeah. Wait a minute. I gotta relocate that one speaker, but that's the least of my problems right now. I gotta see if the TV works. But I don't even know if it's plugged in. I don't think so. No, nothing's plugged in. That's okay. The important thing is the room is reassembled. The ceiling looks fabulous. It's like nothing happened. It's better than it was before. I'll say that. It's better than it was before. I just gotta do some tidying up, get rid of some mail, you know, that's been sitting around and stuff. She told me about that. She's right. And yeah, I just gotta go through things and throw out what I don't need anymore. Old newspapers, mail, stuff like that. So there you have it, folks. Alright, oh, that's why. Alright, folks, I'm gonna do a few things, and I'll talk to you all later. Peace. Alright, guys, the TV is working. The iPod is charging up, and let's see what the situation with the stereo is.
I mean, that's really interesting. Then how do you explain...
Well, yeah, folks, 15 degrees in Old Point Pleasant.